Hi, my name is Taylor Lange, and I work with Dr. Carr at Essential Wellness Advantage. Dr. Carr is our board-certified naturopathic doctor, and today we are sitting down to ask her some frequently asked questions in regards to detoxing. I know oftentimes when patients come in, all of them typically need detoxing. Oh, yeah. That's one common misconception right there, is that, not everyone needs detoxing. It's only for certain people that are super sick or things like that. So today we're going to be covering that topic specifically and hopefully teach you some new things that you didn't know. And we would love to help you on your detox journey. So if you do have any questions that do not get answered in this video, feel free to email us at ewadvantage@gmail.com. So Dr. Carr, the first question we have is, what are some common misconceptions about detox?
Just like you said, Taylor, that people don't need to detox, or just because they may think, okay, I did something that I need to detox. Just like you clean your home, you need to clean your body.
Right.
We are overwhelmed with toxins each and every day, every moment of the day, whether it's water, the products that we use. We get up in the morning, even brushing our teeth with the wrong toothpaste can cause a toxic overload.
Right.
So that being said, everyone needs to detox.
Right. Yeah. And see, that's something I didn't know. A little background to me is I was actually a patient of hers before I came on to the clinic. And I had no idea about detox. To me, it was just something you hear these, health fad people talk about, and they do it like once a year, do this master cleanse, and that's it. Then you're healthy, you have no other problems. Right. And she taught me that is not true. And detoxing actually needs to be a pretty regular part of your life and your lifestyle. Yeah. So next question is, what are some signs that you need to detox?
So most often people don't realize that the things that they kind of take as normal, like brain fog or some skin eruptions like rash or fatigue, even something as simple as fatigue, insomnia. There are tons of things that your body is telling you, I need a break and I need to clean up and I need some help. And so everything from running out of energy to rashes to even not digesting your food properly.
Right.
Just really your body's always sending us messages that we need to detox.
Right. And I think so many of us are used to just being tired all the time. And that becomes the norm.
Right.
So you don't even think about it. You don't think that it could be something deeper than, I just didn't sleep good last night.
Right. Definitely. Definitely.
So I think that's a really integral part of what you do as well, because she informs us very well, and with the modalities that she has in the live blood, she's able to actually give us a internal look at why we need to detox and things like that. Something that a lot of people probably wonder is, can you over detox?
Yes, you sure can, because you have to detox according to the way that your body is not going to be stressed. So some people jump in gung-ho and they do some crazy thing that they researched on the internet or Google or whatever, and they just jump into the deep. And if your body's channels are not open, then you can cause a Herxheimer, you can cause a negative symptom that then you become afraid and think something is wrong. But really it's your body saying, I'm going too fast and I need to open up some channels to be able to free some of this stuff up. Right. Absolutely, you can just go too gung-ho.
Go too much. So, would you recommend that people do detoxes under the care of a physician, or do you think it's okay for people just to do this on their own?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, one of the things about being a holistic practitioner is that we believe in detoxing the body because we understand the body from a different perspective.
Right.
But regular medicine or medical doctors, they don't ascribe to detoxing. So, that's not something that it can advise you on. That's why a lot of people do hit the internet. They don't necessarily know about a holistic practitioner, so they don't have that access. But it's definitely something that I assist people with because I feel like it's almost foundational. Your body does not heal properly. It does not function properly. You will not sleep properly. Nothing goes right because that is out of balance if your body is always fighting toxins.
Right. They don't teach you that in school.
Right.
They don't teach you the importance of clearing out all the things that you're absorbing.
Right.
Every second of the
day. And even to stop them. So if you knew that you were absorbing heavy metals from your makeup, then you would choose different makeup.
Right.
Hopefully. If you knew that your toothpaste was, had, or your deodorant has metals in it, then you would choose something different. The thing about it is the not knowing is really the danger. And so actually I love going over people's skin because you're actually able to see what your body is saying I'm overwhelmed with, and then begin to make changes, which is profound for health.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
And I think that's the biggest problem with it too, is like people can't physically see what's going on the inside. So they're like, well, if I don't see it, I ain't gotta worry about it.
Right.
So,
and most often by the time they get to me, their body's already overwhelmed.
Right.
So staying connected to someone that can help you through the process and teach you about your body and what needs to happen, things that need to be open, things that need to be slowed down, areas that may need a little more detox. So sometimes you can detox one thing or one area, and that's great, but there's another area that needs some help. So this is where I come in at.
How frequently should you detox?
Well, that is something that has changed over years. I remember when I was younger, hearing about people doing different cleanses, like the master cleanse, or they're going a juice fast or water fast, and they do it, once or twice a year. Just like we wouldn't clean our house just once or twice a year, detoxing is needing a little bit every day.
Right.
So it's the simple things. If once you do a clean sweep and you kind of do that spring cleaning as you would do a home, then you keep a little bit. You do, you don't do your windows every day, but you still make sure your floors are swept.
Right. Routine maintenance.
You have routine maintenance, and so detoxing a little every day is important.
Okay. Well, that's again another thing that people don't talk about.
Right.
It's like
misconception.
you gotta do it once a year and you're great. You know.
Yeah.
So.
You actually put your body under a lot of stress.
Right.
Because now it's like, detox. It's like, wait a minute, I'm trying to digest food, I'm trying to sleep. And so really just being gentle with the body and assisting the body in a natural process is what we want to do.
Right. Absolutely. Should everyone detox? Is detoxing meant for just times when you're sick, or if you already have a quote unquote illness, or should you do it if you're already pretty healthy already?
Well, one of the things that I see is actually that's the worst time to detox is when you're sick.
Right.
When you're sick, your body's actually trying to heal, and it doesn't want to clean house. So it's actually dangerous, or can be more symptomatic, because now you're asking your body to not only fight but clean. And so it's better to make sure that you're completely healthy. You don't have a cold going on. You're not going through allergies. You're not going through any issues, so that your body's completely reacting not to the toxins, but it's actually working on your body. You're working with it, and just it's smooth. It's not fight the viruses, fight the bacteria, and clean. It's just overwhelming to the body.
Yeah. Can you detox too fast?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You should only detox as slow and as consistent as your body can handle. There again, your body is very complex and can be stressed out from detox. So if you read some crazy detox online, and you jump in and you're juicing and you're having diarrhea, and your skin is breaking out, things like that are saying slow down. I need to slow down, and I need to open up my channels. So there's the 5 channels that need to be open, and they're bowels, urinary, lymph, lungs, and skin. And so it's not just going to the bathroom, it's actually opening up your skin to sweat, because we excrete a lot of the toxins through our skin. And that's why we need to shower. Right. Because we're actually excreting toxins, and that's what body odor comes from. It's from toxins. So just because you're sweating under your arms doesn't mean the rest of your body is open as a channel through skin. Lymph is also under the skin. So all the channels need to be open to be able to make sure the body's not overwhelmed, and then also you need to make sure that the body's not going too fast.
So I know one of the biggest things with detoxing that kind of strays people away from it is that they hear about these negative reactions or Herxheimer reactions. So do you see that frequently? And if so, what are some typical symptoms that people can expect if they're detoxing?
I do. And there again, if those channels are not open, then it puts more pressure on the channels that are open.
Right.
And so if it's trying to come through your skin, like through rash, then we need to make sure the skin is open, but we also need to slow the body down. Like, okay, it's okay. We need to open up the channel and make sure that it is not putting more stress on a channel, like your respiratory or your lymph is overwhelmed with all this fungus, mold, parasite type, because everything that you're getting rid of is dying and trying to survive.
Right.
So we need to make sure that we are cutting off the things that are feeding it. That's a part of the detox, because you know, if you're not changing your diet at some point doing a detox, then you're actually working against. Because if you're feeding it with sugar, then you're still going to have the candida. You're still going to have the different negative symptoms like parasites and things like that. If you're not using clean products during this time, then you're going to still have the body be overwhelmed. So you can get a bad reaction. So what you want to do is slow down and see what's going on with those channels.
Another way that people can detox that they might not realize is through food. The use of food. I feel like the use of food as medicine is very under-recognized.
Yeah, definitely.
So especially in the world of detox. So what are some main foods that you would suggest people eat, maybe on a daily basis, weekly, monthly basis, or something like that?
Well, what I love to do is, you know, not only eating vegetables and fruits, clean meats, drinking plenty of water, half your body weight in ounces. The toilet does not flush without water. So drinking water throughout the day, and making sure you get enough water, but also things like cilantro, things like your veggies like celery, things like carrots, things that assist the body in nutrition so that the body can detox. So those are the things that you want to do. You want to make sure you're not eating too much sweet fruits, because that's going to actually feed the candida or the fungus and mold. But you just want to have a balance, eat the rainbow of things that you can eat. Things like omegas, like chia seeds. You can even add sometimes at nighttime some charcoal to maybe clean up, or some bentonite clay bath, or some bentonite clay. There's some clay that you can take it's actually organic. So I would only do the clay that is something that you can do for internal, but there are things that you can do to help kind of like be like a magnet and do the brushing, making sure you have that fiber. Pectin is excellent for that. So just making sure you have those components with the diet and all the modalities that you're doing, the drinking of the water, making sure you get good sleep, because you will be tired. You can detox and now all of a sudden become extremely fatigued, because the body's like, look, I thought we were cleaning up. Well, I need you to sleep. So you can't get 3, 4, 5 hours a night and expect the body to detox on a scale that we're looking at.
Right, and I think that's a good point that you just touched on, because I feel like if people start getting tired or having these quote-unquote negative reactions, they think they're backtracking. Right. But really, they're still moving forward. Yeah. They just, you're gonna feel a little harsh for a little bit when you're trying to clean and push all this stuff out. Yeah.
Well, you take a nap. You know, get more sleep, go to bed early. Because now you're saying, okay, I would love for you to clean body. Let me give you the time. So that may mean a full 8 hours, which is really normal. We should be 8 hours should be the norm. But getting the sleeping late on the weekends, just making sure you listen to the body. It's so important.
Yeah, very, very, very important. And again, a lot of us don't know how to do that. So just becoming more in tune with yourself. Right. And I think the detox process here at Essential Wellness Advantage really gives you the tools you need and helps you really start to look at yourself, because we're so focused on everything externally. Right. That a lot of us don't know how to look inside and actually, how do we feel? Yes. Sit down and be real with yourself. Yes. So how important is it to help your body detoxify?
It is extremely important, because we are overwhelmed with toxins every day. If you're not drinking clean water, then that would be one of the things that I would start with. Regular bottled water, the toxic plastic is horrible in the body, and the body just has to encapsulate that with fat. So most people are having problems releasing things out of their fat because the body is constantly getting an overwhelming source from these toxic things. So whether it be makeup, whether it be lotions and potions, anything with a fragrance is toxic. And you know, a lot of times the clients will come in and they didn't know. So knowing that I'm helping my body by not putting on something that smells what they consider to be amazing and really overwhelming to the body, laundry detergent, sits on the skin,
right,
and is basically a slow leak into our bodies, constantly of absorbing all these chemicals.
right,
Yeah, so definitely you can help your body even in adjusting what you're allowing into the body.
right. And I know a lot of people too, because all these companies like that make the Yeti cups or the plastic bottles, they're saying that it's toxin free or it's clean metals.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about, like, what should we be drinking out of?
Well, I like ceramics, like the teacup. I like ceramics, but there again, you have to make sure it's high quality because there can be metals in cheap ceramics.
Okay.
So making sure that your pots are stainless steel and cast iron,
right,
and making sure that they're, you're keeping good maintenance. We have to live in the world, and I know that, none of us can live in Mars, but making sure your plastic is at least BPA free, and making sure that getting a good quality drinking bottle. I don't like metal cups. I find that I see more heavy metals coming from metal cups than it's like a slow leak into the body that you just drink. So I don't ascribe to those, and people are very surprised when they find out. I don't care how much you pay for the cup, it's still toxic to you.
Right.
So I just like to say that, just making sure you pay attention. Get that clean makeup. Spend a couple more dollars. Get the clean makeup.
Yeah.
The foundation. There's so many clean companies that are saying, and then, if they're not as clean as they should be, it'll come up on the scan. If it's still coming, little endocrine disruptors will be just right there. And we're like, okay, so what did you use
no
today?
Hiding from the scan.
There's no.
So thank you so much, Dr. Carr, for sitting down with me today and covering some of these questions that she oftentimes get asked. So like I said, if there was maybe a question that we didn't answer in this video or get around to yet, feel free to email us at ewadvantage@gmail.com, and Dr. Carr will definitely get back with you as soon as she can. If you want some more information similar to what we were talking about and just learning about overall health and wellness, feel free to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Next month, I believe we're covering cardiovascular health, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So definitely stay tuned for that, and we'll talk to you soon.